Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tinesha Davis. In this video, we are going to go over our budget and tell the story of what happened with our money, okay? So on this side of the paper is what I projected would happen, and in this side of the paper is what actually happened. And if it's highlighted in pink, it means I did better than expected, and if it's highlighted in blue, it means I either did worse than I expected or I didn't budget for it at all, because y'all know this is life, and in life everything can't be predicted. I mean, it is what it is, but we try our best, and that is the purpose of a budget. We try our best, and then we also get to see in real time where we can move money around if need be. Okay, so let's talk about it. I'm in a super busy parking lot around all of the people, but the struggle this morning was just trying to find even light that my camera wouldn't trip out about. So here we are in front of Goodwill. All right, let's talk about it. All right, so I said for the month of January that I would bring in, after taxes, $13,526. I actually did a little better. I brought in $13,740. First up in our responsibility mode is the roof over our head, aka the mortgage. Okay, I said $1,536 simply because that is my mortgage payment, my month-to-month mortgage payment. But I am on a mortgage payoff journey, and I play two games. One game is just to add a little bit something extra to the mortgage when I make a payment, to make it a nice even round number. You know, I want the number to end in like a 0, typically. And then the second game that we play is just sending extra money to the mortgage at the end of the month based off of what we have left over, what we did not spend. Okay, the bag that we did not fumble gets to go to the mortgage. All right. So this mortgage payment, I end up sending in $1,591. That's just to the straight mortgage payment, just to make the little round 0 number at the end. Okay. Then next up is our homeowner association, which is $111 a month. The gas bill, I said $103, and this was based off of what it was the previous month, but it actually went up a little bit due to it being cold outside, and so it was $153. Electricity went down some. I predicted $227 based off of the previous month, and it actually was $219. Cell phone for 3 phones, plus an upgrade to my Netflix, plus the cell phone internet is it? Yeah, the cell phone internet program that I really don't no longer need, but I haven't done the work to return them their equipment, so it is what it is. $177. The internet service for my home, $70. Security service for the home, $54. The cleaners for the home, $180. Bed stuff. A lot of you know, and for those of you who are new here, I'm financing a bed. I just am. So I'm financing a purple mattress, some super expensive Tempur-Pedic sheets. I don't know, but it is what it is. Purple pillows. This sounds super irresponsible. An adjustable base. I think that was it. So I'm financing that because I have a whole credit card that they gave me, and they said I can have 0% interest for 36 months. So I decided to use that strategically and buy this bed stuff. Okay. And so I'm paying $300 on that. And this is going to have me paying this loan off in under 12 months, 0% interest. Insurances for my home and for my car and somebody else's insurance that I pay. I said $398, but my bank that I do the insurance through actually gives a dividend at the end of the year that they apply toward the insurance. So I only pay $283. Easy Pass, I set aside $65 and it was not replenished, so there was $0 that went towards that. Subscription services, and this is for Netflix, and this is for Paramount Plus, $35. PicMonkey, which is what I use to make these awesome thumbnails that y'all love, $108, and that was for the annual fee, the annual subscription. Kev on Stage Streaming Act app, $50, and that is the annual fee. Okay. Now, the next 4 things is what I do. I call it mindful spending. There is a whole cart in front of me, and they are looking at me like, what is this girl doing? I'm talking to my camera. I'm talking to my friends, y'all. Okay, so the next 4 categories is what I call mindful spending. Basically, I don't necessarily give myself a budget. I just try to be mindful whenever I do go out in them streets and spend. And I know we have a lot of new people here to the family, so they don't even understand how this goes. But basically, me and my boyfriend live together, and he buys things and I buy things. We don't have a, he spends this amount, I spend that amount. No, we're grown. We're adults. We both have jobs. We have employment. We have our money. So basically, if the house needs something and I happen to be at the store, I go and buy it and I pay for it. Same for him. Now, he normally goes to the stores more often than I do. So he probably spends more than I spend. But honestly, I am not in his pockets like that. I'm just not. I really don't care. As long as our responsibilities are getting handled, we're good. Okay. So this is just speaks to what I do and what I spend. And it doesn't speak to, well, it does a little bit. So he gives me money every month, and I do add that into the income portion of this. So therefore, that's how that works. That's how we choose to do things. He gives me some money and it gets applied so that it all balances out, right? But you're going to see the bills for what they are, because that's what I keep track of, because that's what I've been keeping track of. And so from what I spent on groceries, I spent $138 on groceries. And then I spent restaurants, $356. Now that sounds super high to me, and I'm pretty sure there's a reason. I didn't jot the reason down. Usually the reason would be either we went out to eat or I went out to eat with somebody or something like that. And so that's usually what makes it a bigger jump than usual. But I did not document it, so who knows. But $356. Household miscellaneous, $127 was spent there. And then fun miscellaneous, $410. Y'all gotta pull up every app, because $410 is higher than what I normally spend. And so now we're all curious as to what went into fun miscellaneous. I think I remember what it was. Come on, every dollar app. Where are you? There you go. Let's expand restaurants first. $79 Mexican food. Oh, actually, ooh, child, this was just a bunch of nickel and diamond. $80 Cheesecake Factory. Nickel and diamond, y'all, it adds up to the tune of $356. This is why we got to stay on top of it. Yeah, other than that, it was just a bunch of $5 here, $10 there. Y'all. Okay, let's look at our fun miscellaneous. Yep, I knew it. That's what it was. $84. We went and seen Ali Sadiq. Comedy. Oh, he is my favorite. He is our favorite comedian right now. He really is. So we went to see him. It did not disappoint, guys. We went yesterday, actually. Oh my goodness. It did not disappoint. So excited that I see him. I'm going to definitely be a supporter for a long time. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for whenever he is somewhere again and we can have the opportunity to witness him live. Okay, $84 for that. $193 was for 2 tickets to see Shantae Moore in concert, and that came to, did I already say, $193. So that was the biggest bulk of expenses that went with fun miscellaneous. Then, if we move down to our grooming, I set aside $400 for hair, and that's for me. I said I was going to get my hair done every 2 weeks, and I actually only spent $330 on hair, and that includes the tips. Got my hair done twice. Nails, I said $90, and I actually spent $175. I know why. I did an extra $100 because I got my nails done to make a video for a sponsorship. So therefore, I kind of moved that over into the business expense category, but just to keep it a nice, neat nail category, $175. I think I got more explaining to do. Okay, lashes, $90. Clothing, because we were going to G, her sweet 16 birthday party, and it was more formal, so I needed something to wear. So I actually spent a little more money in clothing. Now, I didn't just buy a dress. That was a dress. I also decided to keep another dress because we're going to go on a cruise. And I was like, hey, let's just dress up a little bit for once in our lives. So I kept another dress. And then I also bought some new foundational garments, bras, things like that that we need, you know. And that came to $518. Miami. I said $500 I set aside for Miami. I actually went over. I spent $540. Now, let me see. Let's pull up every dollar again. So basically, I did the biggest thing that came out of Miami that wasn't necessarily expected was me and Jay's mom went and got a mani, a pedi, and our eyebrows done, and I treated her to that experience, and that came to $159. Okay. Yeah, and we're going to actually, Jay and I, we're actually going to have a sit down and go over our full Miami trip and what it cost us and that sort of thing. So stay tuned for that. I will definitely try to come back and link this video, Eye in the Sky, but y'all would have already watched, so just stay tuned to that. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel and Sitting in the Tree. Sitting in the Tree is where we actually go over our travel vlogs and our travel things. So subscribe to both channels. If you're not, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay. And so now we have our long-term savings, and this is where we build our wealth. Outside of keeping our debt load low, this is where we build our wealth. Because again, if our debt load is low, we then have more money to apply to these things right here. Okay. So first on deck, 401k and HSA. I said $1,780, and I actually upgraded it to go ahead and meet the new minimums for 2024. Okay, for 2024, for our 401k, we can do $23,000 a year. And for our HSA, I don't even remember what we can do a year, but whatever we could do a year is what I increase my things to so that I can max them out. Okay, so we did $1,838 in the month of January. Extra mortgage, I said $4,500. Y'all, we didn't do that. Why didn't we do that? I don't know. Where did we spend more money? Oh, I see where we spent more money. Okay, I see. Okay, so we didn't do that. We only sent an extra $2,485. And I'm not even going to say only. It's only in relationship to what I said I was going to do. But let's not get it twisted. An extra almost $2,500 a month extra to a mortgage is phenomenal. Okay, an extra $500, an extra anything that any of us send extra to a mortgage or a debt or anything, y'all give yourselves, give me, I'm gonna give me, y'all give y'all a round of applause. Okay, because we are not going to play that small. We're not. So $2,485 went extra to the mortgage. And then gifts and additional savings and additional investing, $1,400 in that area. The water bill, $178. Obviously, I forgot to add that line item when I created the budget, but $178 for the water bill. Car stuff. I was having all of the car things. I had to get my car inspected. Then I needed new tires, and then it was just stuff. Okay, so $1,824 went towards car stuff. And that, if you add it all up, is going to equal that $13,740 that I made in the month of January. And this is exactly what I did with it. This is the story that my money told. And one of those stories is an emergency is not an emergency because luckily I was able to move funds around and fit it within what I bought in that month. And it was all good. But this is a story that my money told for the month of January. What story is your money out there telling about you? Until the next video, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe to this channel and Sitting in a Tree. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Peace.